We made it to the Arctic Ocean. This is absolutely insane. We're so excited right now, and the sun. It's what, 10 p.m. 11.
Oh no, it's 11.
It's 11 p.m.
This is me. You're probably wondering how I ended up here.
All right, I've been driving for a couple of hours. I'm getting close to Spence's Bridge, where I'm going to meet Brad, and then we're going to try and make our way up to Cornwall Fire Lookout tonight. I'm not sure if it's too early in the season to get up that high, so we'll just see how it goes. Give it a try, see if we can camp up there, and that'll be our first stop on our way north.
What's up, buddy? How are you?
Good to see you.
Good
Welcome
to see you,
to British Columbia.
Heck yeah, dude, this is awesome.
It's beautiful out here. It was pouring rain when I left home.
Oh,
Like really bad, and out here is absolutely gorgeous.
yeah.
And hot, so.
Dude, the drive that I came through the 8, incredible,
Nice drive, eh?
incredible. And I finally, after all these years, saw my first bighorn sheep.
Oh wow.
Dude, it was crazy.
Nice.
I stopped and I was just like a little kid. It was so cool. Yeah.
Rig looks good.
Yeah.
All ready to go.
Yours looks amazing.
Thank you.
The shakedown run.
Shakedown run to Tuktoyaktuk.
Yeah, just a short.
Yeah,
short
easy shakedown.
We're about to embark on the biggest overland trip of my life. A bucket trip to the Arctic Ocean and back with my friend Brad from Trail Recon.
How are you liking the new rig so far?
Dude, I love it. And re-gearing it made all the difference in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, because some of the mountain passes coming up here, it was still working hard, but I can't even imagine had I not re-geared how rough it would have been. So it's good. It's good.
Looking good.
Yeah.
I love the red accents that you did.
Thank you. Yeah, super stoked on it. It definitely makes it pop a little more now.
Yeah. Two totally different styles of rigs, so
Both extremely capable
Yeah.
and extremely comfortable for this trip.
yeah, it's gonna be real interesting.
Teddy, say hi.
I am. That was Teddy. All right, we just started making our way up the trail. It is a little bit muddy, as I was told by Teddy, who we ran into at the bottom of the trail.
We have a couple of weeks at least of travel ahead of us, so I wanted to start the trip off right with a good camp night at one of my favorite fire towers.
Getting the Toyos muddy.
This is some slimy mud, but I actually kind of like it. It's fun. Just gotta stay on the trail.
Look at those mountains over there. Jeez.
View doesn't suck.
View is incredible.
This is my first trip in my new full-size long-range expedition rig. Outfitted with AEV's Prospector XL kit, 40-inch Toyo MT tires, and a four-wheel camper, I can't wait to see how it performs on this adventure.
All right, we made it up to Cornwall Lookout. A little mud, a little snow, nothing too crazy, but now we get the views. And this is the place that I like to come to. It's one of my favorite places, so I was excited to show it to Brad.
Dude, breathtaking.
Right?
Wow.
So you guys have been watching the channel for a long time, know that fire towers are one of my absolute favorite places to visit. Oh, my friend Mike left some of his stickers. Yes, folks, these are the original cabinets from when this was a manned fire lookout, which is super cool.
Yeah, guys would probably spend several days up here. They'd have a bed and they'd have all their food. And
They live up here for the season.
oh, well, I know our guys, like, they rotate out every week because we still have some active ones in California.
Yeah.
And you go up and talk to them. They're really cool guys, but they usually rotate out every week. But they would stay up here for a whole season.
I think so. It would generally be one guy who would come up for the season. And I'm not sure if there's always been roads up here. I imagine there is, because these aren't very crazy roads, but some of them they have to hike in and stuff like that. So.
All right, we found ourselves camped for the night. Just pulled off to the side of the road. It's snowing here, and we're kind of freezing, raining maybe. It's a little bit chilly, and it'll probably get chillier as it gets dark, but it's beautiful up here. I always love coming up here. First camp of the night, the trip, I mean.
Yeah.
First camp. I hope it's not the first camp of the night. It's gonna be a long night. We're gonna get set up, make some food, and relax a bit before we really kick off this journey tomorrow. I'm excited.
Heck yeah.
All right, guys, I just got into the camper. It's going to be my first night solo in the camper. I have camped in it a couple of nights with Ada and Ellie as we were driving back from California, from picking it up from 4-wheel campers. But I've got it all set up, for solo travel right now. So this is just my little condo on the back of the truck, which is amazing. It's so comfortable in here. It's nice having this table. I can sit down and do some work, offload my footage from the day, start editing comfortably. I've never really felt comfortable editing in my tent on the Trail Destroyer, just because you can't sit up, you don't have a table. I'm so excited for this trip and everything that's coming. So yeah, let's do this. Getting ready to get out on this journey north. I don't know where we're gonna end up today. We're just gonna start driving, see what we can find. Excited to spend another day in the Ram. Loving it so far. If you guys aren't already subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe, because this adventure is going to be ongoing for a while. and I want you to come along with me and enjoy it.
Yeah, I'm excited, man. I have no idea what's in store for us, but it's gonna be an adventure.
That's the best way.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Greasy?
Just a little bit.
Yeah, I had to kind of go up onto the rocks a little bit. I didn't want to tear up the trail too much, but
no, that was the way for sure.
I made it.
Can't come to the tower and not sign the guest book. All right, now that that piece of business is taken care of, let's continue north.
As we headed down the mountain, I started noticing some bad noises coming from under the truck. Not a good sign.
So coming down the trail, having some metal grinding, clanking noises when going around kind of flexy corners, either way in 4. So we opened up the front axle disconnect to check and see if there's anything weird in there, and that looked fine. So now I'm going to try and do some tests, see if I can figure out what's causing it.
I crawled under, and it looks like the CV joint that's attached to your transfer case where the drive shaft is, the rubber seal that's on there is gone, and now because you're fully flexed because you lifted it, it's rubbing really hard, and so there's exposed grease. So I think we got to replace that front drive shaft somehow, and it probably needs to have like a extended drive shaft or double cardan or something like that. But
yeah,
this is just going to cause more problems as we go. I mean, we can always pull the drive shaft if we need to, but you're only going to have 2-wheel drive.
Right. And you can see there's a whole ring of grease up there. It's all sprayed on there. That is destroyed. All right, I just gave the Ginger a call and discussed options, and the fix is basically going to be a custom drive shaft that requires drilling and tapping the transfer case, or something like that. So it's not a mid-trip fix. So front drive shaft doesn't spin in 2-wheel drive, so this is now a 2-wheel drive truck for the remainder of our trip to the Arctic Circle, which should be okay because we'll be mostly doing dirt roads, not like a lot of obstacles or anything like that. So I think we'll be okay. We'll see how it goes, and we can always pull the shaft if we need to. Trying to find a place to camp. Looks like there's a lake down here somewhere. Mostly highway travel today, nothing too exciting, but we found ourselves a very nice lakeside spot to camp at. There's a wreck site here, and nice and flat. Sun's still out for a little bit, so we're gonna enjoy it while it lasts, have some dinner, set up camp, and then carry on in the morning. This has been the story of a lot of our highway miles thus far. It's just heavy rain, off and on, and not a whole lot else. We've got a lot of highway miles to do before we, actually get into the meat and potatoes of this trip. So, day 3, we're in it.
North, once we're away from like civilization and all these pole line roads and all that kind of stuff.
We were pretty excited to get a bit more remote, and really, that's going to start right about here.
All right, guys, we're at the turnoff to the Stewart Cassiar Highway. We're going to start heading north. This is, I think I've been actually a little ways up here to go to Stewart before, but we're going past that and heading north to Tuktoyaktuk and the Yukon. So
The adventure really begins now.
the adventure really begins now. It's kind of like the start of the trail, except we don't have to air down yet.
Right.
So this is really cool. I'm excited. We're finally getting into it.
Well, we get it.
We're going. Crossing the Skeena River.
We've been planning this trip for months, and a lot of work went into figuring out the route and some of our stops.
So we plotted out our whole route for this trip on Onyx Off-Road, starting a couple months back, adding waypoints, being able to share the routes between us, add things and kind of formulate our route, what we wanted to do, and now have the same route and waypoints and everything's been awesome. Onyx Off-Road has gotten so good. I've got a link in the description where if you sign up for the Elite membership, you save 20%. There's all sorts of benefits.
Marked this far south, but I did mark quite a few of the bridges.
One of the nice things about Onyx too is as you're on your route, you can see here other marked trails. So as you're going along, if you're looking for trails to check out or somewhere to camp, there's lots of stuff that you can just click on and check out the details on your phone. So check it out. We've been following this river along the highway here and kind of keeping our eyes peeled for any trails that might lead down to a good camp spot. And we found one. Maybe an old mine site or something down here.
Sure. Oh, we got an old bridge. Hang on.
Let's see what we got. My old friend, Mr. Sketchy Bridge. Oh, that's fine. You can see through it in a few spots. We've done worse, am I right? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We're good. Let's send it. If we can get down to that river, that would be...
It's not much further.
Yeah.
So
Something like 70% of the bridges in British Columbia on forestry roads are past their replacement due date. It always makes things interesting.
Got myself stuck.
You fell in a hole.
I got myself in a little situation. So I didn't think it was quite as deep as it was.
That's a quality bridge.
Well, it looked pretty good, but my trailer hitch didn't fare so well.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I'm dug in there pretty good.
So we're going to pull you back.
So we need to come back and then we'll figure out how to go forward.
Okay. I need to find some mosquito spray and then I'm on it. One sec.
Luckily, we've equipped the Ram with a worn 16.5 thousand pound winch for just these kind of situations.
All right, let me know when you're ready and I'll start backing up.
All right, ready to go.
Backing up.
Having high quality, reliable recovery equipment on a trip like this is extremely important.
Got her.
Come all the way out of the hole because we're probably going to need to stack a little bit.
bit of a dip there. I can see how that was a.
I didn't think it was that. I mean, it was good. I didn't think it was that deep. I thought I had it.
Looking good. Touching the ground now. Yep.
The Ram, now with only two-wheel drive and high range, still got through this dip without any issues.
Tight in here, but they're all small.
Forest is just getting thicker and thicker. Hopefully we're getting near the lake or the river, whatever's down here.
Got a fork in the road. You see anything with the drone? I wonder if that left somehow goes to that lake.
Doesn't look like there's any way to the river, but left is a dead end, so we got to go straight. And let's see here. There's a lot of dead ends. It's really hard to tell. It's a maze up here. Okay, let's go.
Oscar Mike. This doesn't suck.
Doesn't suck.
Doesn't suck. I've camped at worse spots.
I've also camped at worse spots. Yeah. I'm gonna bust out some thermocells and see if we can
see if it'll work.
Yeah.
I have bug nets too over the head.
I did bring a house, as did Brad. So I think this is a home for the night, and then we continue on our journey north tomorrow. Well, our Paradise camp has started raining, so now we've deployed the awning on Brad's Patriot camper here. I have to show you guys this camper later because this thing has got to be the most elite, crazy overland trailer you can get. So we'll take a look at it at some point on this trip, but right now it's working. It's good, and we have chipotle smoky sauce. Ribs. We have ribs. We have ribs. So we're gonna barbecue some ribs.
Heck yeah.
Ribs. I'm not getting wet, you're getting wet. It's beautiful out here. Free showers.
Hey, car wash. Wow, that's pretty good, dude.
Good to go?
Super tender. And
Yeah.
moist. Oh, yeah.
By the end of day 3, I was feeling really satisfied, having gotten a little exploring in on this side trail off the Cassiar highway, far from civilization. we've still got about a week of travel ahead of us. The Dempster Highway, crossing the Arctic Circle, and getting to Tuktoyaktuk. It's going to be the adventure of a lifetime. We're still several days from the start of the Dempster Highway, which will take us across the Arctic Circle and ultimately to Tuktoyaktuk. It is the only place on the Arctic Ocean connected to the rest of Canada by road.
Good morning from the road to the Arctic Circle. Last night we found a random side road off of the highway, and it turned into an epic adventure. And we ended up camping under these beautiful mountains, close to a river, but not right where we can see it. You can hear it down there. It's quite beautiful. Today we continue the journey.
Morning coffee.
Sleep good?
Dude, I slept amazing. There's something about the cold air that just makes you sleep so sound. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I'm excited for today.
Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit of adventure just getting out of here. So.
Yeah, what happened yesterday? We did a little winching, we did a little sketchy bridge crossing.
Yeah, it was good. A little left turn, right turn, trying to figure out where to go. It was fun. I was smiling the whole time.
It was a blast.
Yeah.
All right, stick around. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, make sure you're subscribed because there's lots of adventure coming up on this trip. It's gonna be good. You don't want to miss it. I've got a scratch on my ND filter. No, that's terrible. Anyway, make sure you're subscribed.
The trail out of camp, like many old forestry roads in British Columbia, is overgrown and narrow, but it's made up for by the towering snowy mountain peaks above us.
This little dip gave us some trouble yesterday.
Couple vlogs. We're just done.
You're not gonna get stuck this time.
I hope not.
We're gonna get her.
My truck is currently limited to two-wheel drive after a front drive shaft failure a few days earlier, something that we'll have to investigate after the trip is over.
The only thing that was dragging was the Max Tracks. Your tire and everything else totally cleared it.
Let's see if Brad can get the trailer through this time. There's that one spot where I dragged my traction boards because they're hanging off the tire a little bit, which I'll fix later. We'll see how the trailer hitch does coming through this time. Okay, you drag it. Stop for a sec. Something fell off your trailer. I think you broke something. I think it's your handle for your jack. Yeah. I think you can drive out of it unless you're worried about breaking anything else there.
Well, let's see how it goes. It looks like I'm mostly clear now, but that's a bummer. I broke the handle.
Okay. Hold on, stop. We might have to get something in front of your rear tires to lift you up a little bit because your hitch is on this wood here. could-
winch.
Yeah.
Let's just see how the winch goes, because I'm not digging up. There's no way I'm digging that log out.
Okay. I'll back up
Yeah.
and we'll use your winch.
Just go slow. We'll just see how it goes.
Okay. I think it'll go.
Yeah.
It just has to rip through the wood a little bit, right? But
So we push with all we got. Hearts pounding, no way to stop. Echoes of our battle cry. Rugged days beneath the sky. Oh, we're stuck on the trail. Rough ride can't fail. Take it all. Won't leave you in
at least it came free easily.
You know, I'll bet if it would have just been dirt,
Yeah.
it might have just scraped through it.
Oh, it would have for sure. It was a log that got it hung up.
I think so.
Log versus metal.
Yeah.
We are trying to find the Cassiar ghost town, which I don't know if it's interesting or not, but I like ghost towns, and it's off into the mountains a bit, so I don't know how to get there. I have a GPS pin for the ghost town, and we're just following this old road into the mountains that kind of goes in that direction. So we'll see if we end up there. We found some abandoned buildings here where the ghost town's marked. Look at this. Oh, hey, there's a creek in the way.
Yeah, looks like there used to be a little bridge in there.
Yeah, there's a building back there.
There's no walls on the other side, so it's a good thing it's got a padlock on it.
Yeah. All right, well.
Somebody's got the keys to that lock, but I don't think you need keys to get access to this.
No.
Yeah, I mean, a good roofer could probably make it happen.
Oh, yeah.
See the sign says no trespassing.
It's very old.
Very old.
This whole area was littered with abandoned mining equipment and old vehicles. It does look like a cleanup is in progress, though.
Trying to find a Riverside camp spot that Epic Family Road Trip sent us a pin to. This seems to be the way. I think this will do.
Is this Epic River campsite?
Yeah. Fittingly named, as we got the pin for this from the Epic Family Road Trip. Thanks, guys. Miss you.
The 2023 wildfires in British Columbia devastated this area, but along the river where we've camped remains an oasis.
It's kind of cool having a kitchen in here. Steak smells good. Got all the fans on, so hopefully it doesn't get too condensation-y, steamy in here like it does in kitchens when you're cooking, you know? Steak was fantastic. I'm cooking up some cheese pierogies to go with it as well. Love pierogies.
Story to now. He just catching big things done. Now the axe is stuck. This is such bad luck.
Had to make some coffee for Brad and some for me too, because the morning is cold and we've got so much to do. Coffee, 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 so good.
Morning, guys. Can't believe it's day 5 of this Arctic trip already. But we're getting into a groove here. I'm making some coffee. Brad made some scrambled eggs, and they're delicious. Very cheesy, which I prefer. Today we should be getting to the Yukon, so that's exciting. We're gonna hit the road.
We got signs and flags.
Yukon.
We made it to the Yukon.
Heck yeah. How cool is this?
Larger than life, plus Grand Quay nature. I don't speak French, come on.
I just, you heard so much history about this place, and I'm excited to go venture into it and see what we got.
The Yukon. Part of the Y's missing. So now we're onward to Watson Lake.
Watson Lake should just be about 20 miles ahead. I don't know what that is in kilometers.
20 miles.
One of the things we've both been excited about is seeing some wildlife on this trip. And although day 5 was mostly a highway day and some resupply, we did get to see our first animals.
Hey buddy. Wow.
At this point in the trip, the sun is now setting after midnight, and it no longer gets completely dark.
It's going to be tough to beat this spot to wake up in the morning. It was pretty windy yesterday, but today the lake is glassy I could just sit here all day. Our main challenge getting up to Tuktoyaktuk right now is we're waiting for the ferries to open across the 2 rivers on the way there, which open usually around June 1st on average, but that's tomorrow. Sometimes they open sooner, sometimes they open later. They're not open yet. We have 3 days to get there, and then we have to hope that the ferries are going to be running, or we might have to wait a day or two before we can proceed. Hopefully, if we can proceed, but we'll see how it goes. We are finally rolling into Dawson City, which we're pretty excited about. It's a gold town, and it's pretty historical. They did a lot of mining here. We're gonna check out the history, get some brunch, and explore a little bit before we start heading down the Dempster Highway, which is the the true start of the journey to Tuk and the Arctic Circle. Rolling into Dawson City. Dirt roads, and I feel like I should be riding a horse through town.
Seriously, this is extremely cool. Probably one of the coolest old towns I've ever been to.
Yeah, same. Okay, so we just got some not so great news that the river that we have to cross on a ferry to get to Tuktoyaktuk is still frozen, and the ice has just started to crack, and they're not sure when the ferry's going to open.
I mean, we knew kind of planning this early in the season that was a potential problem. Typically, the ferries are running on average today. Like, that's the average day that they're running. The good news is that the temperatures are warming up significantly over the next 72 hours. It's supposed to be much warmer. But I think if we're going to get to the Arctic Circle no matter what. But if we get to the river in 3 days from now and it's still frozen, I think we have maybe 48, 72 hours where we can maybe kind of come back here, which wouldn't be a bad thing, and hang out, or kind of wait it out at camp. Kind of just have
How
to play
long
it by
is the
ear.
drive back to here from there?
About 2 days. I mean, we could probably do it in a day. You could really do all the way up to Tuktoyaktuk from here in a day if we really wanted to press. So we've got options.
It's going to happen. Something's going to happen. We're not sure exactly what, but we're going on an adventure. We're on an adventure, and we're loving this town right now. We're at River West Bistro getting some breakfast. Yeah. It's the first week of June. Come on, ferries. Don't let us down. And if you had a cowboy hat on right now,
If you think about 100 years ago, like what was happening on this street? What kind of people, the salt of the earth people, were walking this street, and what were they thinking, and what were they doing? I mean, it's cool to think about.
and now we're walking here.
And now we're here, dude.
That's cool. Dive helmet,
And usually they're brass. Usually they're 100% brass, so that's interesting. Don't touch that. Usually it's 100% brass.
Did you just touch something in the museum?
No, I didn't.
We are in the, what's this, what town are we in? We're in the Dawson City Museum. Dude, you could vlog on that for sure, right?
Can you imagine holding that thing around? Look at that brass lens on that. That's super cool.
They had some cool outfits.
It's a fire department suit.
Ah, interesting. So this is a Klondike dredge, which I'm assuming they use to dig up gold along the river. There happens to be a tour going on, so we're gonna do it. This is so old.
We flipped around, and what had happened is that dam,
World's biggest recovery shackle right here. Do I need that for my Dodge?
I don't know, but we probably could have used that the other day when I was stuck.
Yeah. This dredge cost just over $1 million to make. It was profitable mining gold within the first year of operation, which is insane. Alright guys, here's the deal. There's all this gold mining history out here. We're on the Bonanza River. So Brad and I got some gold pans, and we're just gonna strike it rich and then pay for our whole expedition here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
He's a fool for gold. He's such a fool for gold. Bonanza. Bonanza. Never will he pay his debts, but he will try and make his bets. Gone he hunt for gold.
I've done it. I've struck gold. You can see this little flake right here. This is definitely going to pay for my trip. That's pretty cool. That only took like 5 minutes. So if I keep at this for the rest of the week, I don't know if I'm patient enough for this, but it's very fun when you find stuff. All right, now that we've had our little adventure getting some gold out of the Bonanza River, it's time to head to the Dempster Highway and get started heading north. We did get some good news, which is that the first ferry is in the water and is going to be operating today. So we just have to hope that the second ferry across the second river is going to be open as well by the time we get there. And we're still 2 days from that, so we'll see how it goes. Okay guys, we've made it to the start of the Dempster Highway. I have been on the road for 7 days. Brad's been on the road for 10 since he left California. And now we get into the fun part. I'm excited.
I'm super excited.
Hope you're excited. Let's do it.
We've been on the road now for 7 days on this Arctic expedition, and we're finally starting the Dempster Highway. This is going to take us across the Arctic Circle and all the way to the Arctic Ocean. The Dempster is known for being a rough dirt road. We're not quite sure what to expect, but we are excited to be back on the dirt and heading north again.
I didn't know what to expect, but I didn't expect it to be this scenic.
Yeah, same. Dude, this is getting crazy.
Dude, it's gorgeous.
Camp 1 on the Dempster is where we're headed for, right?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay, we're not that far away.
That's beautiful.
Isn't that crazy?
It's crazy. So gorgeous out here. I did not expect it.
Yeah, this is way better than I could have hoped for.
I mean, as soon as the trees went away, it was like... I can't explain. I'm
Did you touch the ice?
I didn't go and touch it.
You gotta eat some, you know?
Is that a Canadian ritual?
Yeah, when you find glacier, you gotta break off a chunk and lick it. This road is crazy, guys. Like, mind-bendingly awesome. We're so far north out here. This is crazy. Who does this? Trying to get level. We found a nice spot to camp right next to this crazy frozen lake, marsh. I don't know exactly what it is, but some pretty cool blue ice out there.
Everything out here feels more wild. Even the way the light hits the ground feels different. We couldn't have been more excited to be exploring up here.
From the Dempster Highway, we're getting ready to start day 2 on the Dempster. It's going to be day 8 for me since I left home. Today, what are we doing today, Brad?
We're going to Eagle Plains, we're going to the Arctic Circle, and then we are going to cross into the Northwest Territories if all goes well.
See, this is the difference between coffee-fueled people and uncoffee-fueled people.
It's not often that you're aware that a moment you're experiencing in time is special. But you could feel it here in the air that this journey was about to be something that neither of us would ever forget.
Everywhere you look around here on this highway, it's just crazy. So good. I like this road.
It's incredibly scenic.
Yeah.
It could be the most scenic road I've ever done.
Got some snow here.
I mean, you're kind of in the Arctic Circle, dude.
That's true. It's better than Times Square, too touristy. About 2 hours from Eagle Plains, which is our fuel stop and lunch stop, and I think that's pretty close to the Arctic Circle, if not already past the border of the Arctic Circle, which we're pretty excited to cross. It's an absolutely beautiful day out here, and this road is blowing my mind and exceeding all expectations. All right, we're still probably an hour to an hour and a half away from our first stop here. The trail aid station needs a little fuel.
Yeah, my fuel light's been on for a while, and I'm on, I'm well below empty, which means I probably have 2 gallons of reserve in there, but I'm only getting about 12 miles per gallon, which means I'm only going to get about halfway to Eagle Crest without dropping fuel, so I'm just going to drop fuel now.
Yeah, seems like a good time. Nice out here.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Fuel can definitely become a concern out here, as it can be days between gas stations. Even then, there is no guarantee on their supply or operational status. And up here, you can see how much nothing there is in every direction were something to go wrong. Brad and I decided to take a break and have some lunch at the hotel pub. To be honest, the place creeped me right out. It looks straight out of The Shining or some horror movie.
This place is super interesting. All right, guys, we are about to hit the Arctic Circle. We're going to stop up here at the sign. All right, guys, we did it. We made it to the Arctic Circle. Woo! We're at the Arctic Circle.
Yeah, dude.
So cool.
Stop it. Not my
goal number 2, get to Tuktoyaktuk, is still in question because the ferries are not running yet, and we're about a day from getting to the ferry. The last we've heard is that they put a ferry in the water, but the water was too high for it to run, so we're not sure what to expect. Oh, we had marked this campground as a potential place to stay tonight because it's not too far into the Arctic Circle. Unfortunately, it's double padlocked and gated. Taking a look at Onyx.
Yeah. I mean, there's a couple little offshoot trails. But man, yeah.
Not a whole lot of good options, eh?
Not a lot of good options. What was that? Sheep Creek? I like this because you can hear the wind.
Yeah.
We're not feeling it, and I was getting a little shelter, which was going to be super nice.
Not even 5 minutes down the road, I eyed a little trail down to the river here, and we got ourselves a nice private riverside camp spot. Much better than a campground. I'm glad that campground was locked.
Gone before I realized I was out of my way. We sit and talk, I see your crying eyes turning red through the day. I share my mind with no censorship, hang it all out to dry. Teardrops hanging from your upper lip, clinging on, afraid to fly, and I wait.
So, funny story. We found this rat riverbed camp spot, and none of this water was here when we got here, and this is flowing crazy. I think there's some snow melt going on, and the water level is rising. Luckily, I noticed this before we slept, because it is actually 10 p.m. You just can't tell because we're in the Arctic. The sun's still out, but yeah, this giant river here, this was almost completely dry, like, 3 or 4 hours ago. So we're gonna move because we don't want to wake up in a river. Safety first in this case. Not very often this time.
Spilling out in a song, and I wait for the night when I will hold you tight.
Good morning, guys. We got some good news this morning. The word on the street, literally, is that the ferries are running to get up to Tuk. So instead of taking a rest day here like we'd planned, we're just going to head for the ferries and see if we can get across those rivers and start making our way towards Tuktoyaktuk, the Arctic Ocean.
Let's do it.
Let's do it!
The ferries have been a source of stress for us, being unsure if they will be running or not by the time we reach the river. We'd been monitoring social media groups about the Dempster to keep updated using my roof-mounted Starlink internet connection, allowing us to communicate with other people making their way to Tuk and also waiting for the ferries to open. The problem was, the information wasn't always reliable.
We are getting close to the river crossing. Hopefully our intel is correct and the ferries are running. And then we're just a hop, skip, and a jump away from Tuktoyaktuk. Well, a day of driving.
Just gonna pull over here and we'll go see what we can find out. There is a ferry in the water on the other side.
Sounds good. Well, looks like bad news. We heard that the ferry was running, and it is not. Which is not good for us at all. Looks like they're still trying to get the cable across the river that they used to travel back and forth.
We're just trying to get to the Arctic Ocean. Why won't the ferries run? Why won't the ferries run? Run, run. Why won't they run? Run, run, run. 'Cause the day
So this would be the ferry ramp. It looks pretty muddy. Even just standing here is like sinking.
We wait for the ferries to run.
Alright, so we set up camp just down the road from the ferry. Spent an extra night here, and hopefully this morning the ferries are going to be running. Well, they're literally still building a ramp to get to the water. The ferry's on this side. The ramp's not quite ready. There's a lineup of like 20 or 30 trucks to get on this thing. Looks like it can carry about 4 cars, maybe 1 semi at a time. I'm not sure how long it takes to go back and forth, but the situation's not looking great. This is the lineup of cars to get across this small little ferry. This is going to take forever. After 2 days, I think it's finally happening. The ferry is running. The first load is going across. We're hopefully going to be on either the next ferry or the one after. We can finally start heading to Tuk. 2 days of waiting for a ferry to start operating.
I'm on a ferry, yeah. I'm on a ferry, yeah. Floating across the river. You can't stop me, river. My boat unstoppable. The other side is probable. I'm floating, boating, floating, boating.
Coming up on the second ferry crossing over the Mackenzie River. We made it across the Peel finally. That was a long 2 days of waiting, but hopefully everything goes smoothly with this second crossing.
Things were really starting to look up, and we could feel our goal starting to be within our reach as we crossed the Mackenzie River.
That's the right way of approaching, where you clearly had that unsanctioned match with
the Pingos.
I don't know what that is.
Me either. We are officially in Tuktoyaktuk. This view, absolutely insane. So beautiful here. Wow. We've got to keep going a little further to get to the Arctic Ocean sign, although I think this is technically probably the Arctic Ocean.
It felt surreal rolling into Tuktoyaktuk. It felt like the absolute end of the earth. And in a way, it is. The Arctic Ocean, frozen over, looked incredible. I've never seen anything like that.
Made it. Wow.
We made it. We made it, dude.
We are at the end of the earth, dude. All right, guys. We have been driving for many days. I think it's 9 for me, and we made it to the Arctic Ocean. This is absolutely insane. I don't know if this is exposed right, but we're so excited right now. And the sun, it's a 10 p.m., 11 p.m.?
Oh no, it's 11.
It's 11 p.m. All right, guys. About to set up camp next to the Arctic Ocean. Pretty incredible.
This was worth the journey.
Cheers.
Cheers, brother.
The Arctic. Woo! Woo! Oh, that's good. Brad made some hot coffee, and we're still at the Arctic Ocean.
Not a bad place to have a hot cup of coffee.
Not at all. What's the best part of this trip, Dean?
Oh my gosh, man. Besides this,
It can be this.
it could be this.
Because this is probably it for me.
There's so many, but this is it. Like we made it, man. Yeah, this is it.
We made it to the Arctic Ocean. We made it. I ain't swimming in that, but I'm gonna put my feet in it for sure. Woo! Whoa, my toes are going down. Whoa. There's a little step there. There's a ledge there. Yeah. Woo! That's Arctic Ocean. Arctic Ocean. Woo! That's nasty. That is disgustingly cold. Oh my god, my feet are going numb. Oh! Let's go home. Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna leave our sticker on the back of the Arctic Circle sign, as one does. There we go.
I find myself completely in awe of this place, where you can see ice all the way to the horizon, and for most of the year the sun doesn't go below it. The journey back through the Dempster Highway was just as epic as the way in. This was one of my bucket trips, and I've got a few more that I want to tackle. I think I'm going to ask Brad to join me on the next one too. Maybe we'll try that next year. As we made our way south towards home, we saw more wildlife in one day than we'd seen on the whole trip. It was an extremely memorable drive. We were like little kids again, excited about everything we were seeing.
Didn't expect to see a reindeer, did you?
I did not expect to see a reindeer. So cool.
Where's Santa? Two moose in the middle of the road up there. We've been struggling to find camp for a little while here. It got dark, but at the last minute, the random side road comes through for us again. We found this nice overlook over top of the river, which is fantastic. So we saw every animal that exists in Canada.
Dude, I have a list and the numbers just kept growing and growing and growing. I mean, who knew there were reindeer up here? Like, that was amazing.
Not me, but I know now. Subscribe for reindeer.
This would end up being our last night camping on the Northern Alaska Highway before we started heading towards home. And it was the perfect epic campsite to end this story. One that has changed me forever and that I'll remember forever. My name is Sean, and this has been my journey to the Arctic. This is the story till now.
Thanks for watching this video, guys. If you enjoyed this one, you can go over here and watch another one that I've hand selected for you. If you'd like some exclusive behind the scenes content and support the channel, you can go over here and join our Patreon. Thanks.